Hello, everyone, and thanks for joining us for another episode of Garden City Community Chat. This is episode number 512. It is Thursday, January 21st, 2021, and I am your host, Kerry, and also joining me tonight is the most accurate weatherman around, Mr. Dopper Tom Iwinski. How you doing, Tom?
I'm doing well. Thank you for that nice intro.
Absolutely. Also, longtime Garden City resident and former councilman and co-host Mike Jones is back. Mike, how you doing?
Doing good, Kerry.
Got all your tech problems straightened out, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I got rid of that virus. Fortunately, it was a computer virus and not a COVID virus.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we don't want that. That's for sure. It's good to have you back.
Thank
Hey,
you.
we hope you are all safe and doing well. I have a program note for you. Next week, we have Garden City Mayor Randy Walker is going to be coming back for a visit, share with us any news and information for the community, as well as answer any of your questions that you might have. So mark your calendars. If you have any questions, have them ready, and we hope to see you then. All right, tonight we are happy to reschedule another good friend to the show, Dearborn Heights former Dearborn Heights councilwoman, and now their city treasurer, Lisa Hicks Clayton. She's going to be here shortly to let us know how her new position is going, and she is also the state senator Betty Jean Alexander's deputy chief of staff, and we'll have any updates from Lansing as well as answer any of your questions and much more. So stay tuned for that. But first up, Dopper Tom's going to be here with the latest weather forecast for us. And Mike, I'm pretty sure you have some announcements, right?
I do.
Good. Awesome. Including the latest COVID numbers. I think you have the state numbers, and I'll do the county numbers tonight. Sound good?
Okay.
All right. So grab your favorite beverage, and we hope that you'll join us for the next hour or so right here live from Garden City, Michigan. Should be a good one. All right. First, we want to thank all of our listeners and followers of the show who tune in every Thursday night, not only here in our hometown of Garden City, but several surrounding communities as well. We want you to know your support is greatly appreciated. So please continue to watch, share, and listen. And remember, if your community has any events or announcements or cancellations that you'd like to get out to our listeners, what should they do, Mike?
They should email us, Kerry.
Exactly. Email the details to us at gccommunitychat@gmail.com, or you can message us on Facebook at facebook.com/gcchat, and we'll be more than happy to get that information out for you. Okay, we have a great show for you tonight. And remember, if you have any questions, comments, or concerns for our guest or any of us here tonight, be sure to type them in the comment section if you're watching us live on Facebook, or you can text your questions to us at 734-788-9319, and we'll do our best to get them answered for you. Okay, let's get Tom in here now with the latest check of the weather, and then we'll spend some time chatting with Dearborn Heights City Treasurer Lisa Hicks Clayton. So stand by for Tom. Okay, let's do a check on weather with Doppler Tom. Let's see what he has in store for the rest of this week and the weekend coming up. Tom, take it away. All right. Any changes in the weather coming?
Yeah, we're going to have some hiccups, if you will, as we get into the next week or so to end the month of January. But this past week was a typical week, I would say, here in Michigan. It definitely got colder at times. It definitely got a little snowier at times. But today was pretty nice. It was definitely much warmer today.
Yeah.
The temperatures right around 40 degrees today. So that was a
Little
nice
breezy,
seasonal
yeah,
change
little breezy,
in the air.
but it was nice.
And kind of made that snow a distant memory out there.
Right.
And unfortunately, we're going to go back into the kind of the winter mix of things to end the month. For the rest of tonight, we're overall going to stay on the cloudier side, and those temperatures are going to be below freezing tonight. They'll be dropping into the mid-20s, and we'll probably be seeing a little bit of on and off snow flurries throughout the overnight hours. So just a little bit of snow during the overnight hours, but I'm not expecting any real accumulation of snow, just kind of in the air. And as we get into Friday and into the weekend, it's definitely going to be a cold stretch as we get into those 3 days. Friday won't get above freezing. Tomorrow will be into probably the upper 20s for high temperatures. And then we'll see a little bit of a front move through. And Friday night's low temperatures will probably be in the teens. We're going to be a little bit on the colder side as we get into the next few nights out here. And as we get into Saturday, ahead of our next system moving into the region, it'll be overall a pretty nice day, relatively speaking. It will be cold, but we'll be seeing a whole bunch more sunshine out there. But it won't be warming us up. We'll see temperatures again into the upper 20s for high temperatures, but a lot of sun on that day. And unfortunately, the clouds will move back in Saturday night with temperatures being in the 20s for overnight at lows. And as we get into Sunday, overall, it's going to be a cloudier day out there. A little bit increase in temperature, probably in the lower 30s for high temperatures. And then we get into a whole forecaster's nightmare, if you will, as we get into Sunday night and Monday, and into Monday night and into Tuesday, because we're going to be dealing with a couple systems moving through our region. And unfortunately, these systems this time of year can bring us more rounds of accumulating snow into our region. The caveat right now is it's obviously a little too early to get into the actual specifics of how much snow is going to fall, but in that time frame, we will see our next round of snow move into our region. As of right now, we'll be seeing probably our next round of accumulating snow. Yes. And I don't want to get into the specifics because it is so early, but it's January. This shouldn't be surprising to anybody. I would just want to kind of ring it up and bring it up because our next round of probably some snow, definitely accumulating snow, will be into that time frame. I know it's a big time frame, but it's definitely going to be some on and off snow moving into that region time range. And as we get past that storm system moving through past Monday night, that storm will continue to move through our region. And as we get into Tuesday and past that on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we're going to start quieting down again with temperatures kind of being right around freezing for high temperatures. So as these storm systems moving through our region, late weekend and into early next week, you would kind of expect it really to get colder behind these systems. But the good news is that's not really going to be the case. It's going to kind of stay moderate, but temperature-wise is temperatures right around freezing as we get end the month of January. And as we kind of pull the curtain a little bit and look into early February, temperatures aren't really going to be dropping off as well. I see kind of temperatures continuing to be right around freezing to start the month of February off. So if you're kind of, well, I don't know who looks forward to the Arctic cold, but if you're expecting the Arctic cold to move in anytime soon, we'll see some nights, like I said, into the teens, but a persistent pattern of some much colder air isn't really moving into our neck of the woods anytime soon. Like I've been saying, we'll see some more snow as we get into the late weekend and into early next week, and those temperatures will be right around freezing each day after that. So it could be worse. It could be a lot worse with the cold, because the Great Lakes have been much colder this time of year in years past, but that's some great news. And it also could be a lot more snowier as well. We've been really fortunate this year with just on and off minor snowfalls moving through, but we'll keep our eye on that storm systems moving through that time frame. You just have to keep tuned to the website, and we'll get into that toward the end of the segment. But other than that, the weather has been fairly quiet, relatively speaking, across the United States. There really hasn't been any big storm systems moving through the region. It's just been kind of a lot of mountain snow across the west, bringing some snow and some rain as well. But the wildfires have really, the weather aspect of it has really improved. So they're obviously getting a lot more improvement in that neck of the woods, and there really hasn't been much problems continuing, if you will, in that neck of the woods. So I just wanted to briefly mention that because that was a big story as we got into the fall months. And other than that, that's pretty much the weather. But if you want to keep tuned to my local weather information, just go to my website, DopplerTomsWeather.com, and it will keep you updated as we probably see a little bit more snow as we get into early next week. So stay tuned for that.
All right. Sounds good. Want to give a shout out to some of the people that are in there watching us tonight. Patty Fix says hello. Nora Fix says hello. Also, Mayor Randy Walker, next week's guest, is in there watching. Hello, Mayor. Sherry Lynn Bauer. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Mrs. Chat's in there. Hello. Let's see. Tyler Street. Hey, how you doing? Not much snow shoveling for you, Tyler, this year so far. That's for sure. All right, moving on. Just a quick reminder, our show streams live every Thursday evening at 8 p.m., so we hope that you'll set aside some time to join us, and be sure to invite your friends to join in as well. Also, if you go to our Facebook page, be sure to like and follow us, and that way you'll be reminded whenever our show is streaming live. You can also get more information and contact us by visiting our website at gccommunitychat.com. Okay, let's introduce our guest for tonight. So happy we're able to reschedule her. Please welcome Dearborn Heights City Treasurer, Lisa Hicks Clayton. Hello, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing great. How are you?
Awesome. We're doing awesome.
Good.
Going to be a little chilly around here, but hey, we're
Yeah.
Michiganders, right? We can handle that.
Well, yeah, the state we live in is shaped like winter apparel, I've heard.
Right. Hey, thanks for being here tonight.
A scarf?
Yeah, well, today was beautiful, though. We had a great day today.
Yeah, it was.
It
So
was
you
very
and the family, you're all doing well, been safe?
We
Good,
are.
Good.
We're doing well. You know, the kids, well, my children are still, they're not, well, yeah, they're kind of children. I have a teenager and an adult daughter. Are remote learning still.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
But I do believe they're going to go back in March.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we hope.
Yeah, that's the plan.
The vaccine continues to be rolled out, even though Wayne County, and I know Mayor Walker can speak to this as well, from our update calls, ran into a little bit of a dilemma last weekend where they ran out of vaccinations and had to turn people away.
Right.
So, but they're going to the second one now, or the second company, away from Pfizer.
I was telling Mike that I'm scheduled tomorrow for my vaccination, my first one. So I'm thankful for that. And Cheryl got hers last week. So
which one are you getting, Gary?
What's that?
Which one are you getting?
The Pfizer one. Yeah. So as I mentioned in the opening, you are the former Dearborn Heights councilwoman and now the city treasurer. How long were you on the council, Lisa?
I was a city council member for a little over 9 years.
Wow. So do you miss it?
Sort of. No, I don't know. I mean, that's a question with a mixed answer. Or no, it's more the answer is mixed. I mean, I love being a council member and the service providing to the residents because I'm all about constituent services.
Right.
But I have carried that over into the treasurer's office, which is nice, because we don't, a lot of people are like, well, treasurer, I go pay my taxes, or, it's good to know that there's actually more that we can do to help you.
A lot more to it, yeah.
Yeah, and so that's something that we're starting to network out. But I have residents will still contact me to help them with issues that are more not in my wheelhouse, if you will, now.
Oh, okay.
And I have to be really careful because I don't want to overstep my boundaries.
Sure.
Because I'm not a council member anymore, but it's really tough because your residents are used to going to you.
Yeah.
And so I'm not going to turn them away.
Yeah, that would be hard. Yeah. So these are going well then.
It is going very well. It's been very busy. The way everything happened, even getting sworn in, was just a whirlwind. I mean, if you recall, we had to wait for the certification of the election results from Wayne County Board of Canvassers.
Yeah.
And if you remember that night, I think it was a Wednesday night or maybe it was a Tuesday night. Yeah. I think there was a deadlock and then somebody changed their vote at the last minute.
Oh, geez.
And it was like 9:30 p.m. I think we found out. So 9:30 p.m. and then they said you're getting sworn in like 9 a.m.
Oh my gosh. So, you were elected to finish out a term, is that correct?
Yes. So I'm finishing out the former treasurer who retired or resigned. Terminology is interchangeable in this case, but he had 1 year left. So that means I have to run for re-election for this year, coming up in this year, 2021.
Oh, 2021, right? November?
Yep. So I'll be on ballot. I've already pulled my petitions and made my announcement.
Okay.
Then I'm running for the treasurer's seat. And, I continue to hope and pray and appreciate our residents for their support.
Sure.
Their support from November 3rd, I will tell you, is every time I see election results like that, it is incredibly humbling.
Yeah. You did real well. That's for sure. Now, is that going to be a 4-year term?
It will be 4 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, unfortunately, Lisa, you guys
Except for the
recently
mayor,
lost Mayor Paletko
Yes, we lost our mayor.
from complications due to COVID, huh? Our deepest
Yes.
condolences there. What is the latest with the possible replacement now? How are they going to handle that?
Well, the council's kind of gone back and forth if you're on social media.
Uh-huh.
You see it. Yeah, and it's been really difficult. I mean, it's a difficult time in our city's history. I mean, you've got the COVID virus, you've got a new comptroller, a new treasurer, a new clerk, and now the mayor passed away, God rest his soul.
Wow.
I mean, he served the city for over 40 years.
Wow.
And started as a council member. I think he was probably the youngest council member in the history of Dearborn Heights.
Wow.
And had been mayor for I think 16 years or so. And it was very sudden. So we were, very shocked, and it was very sad. But what the council's doing, they are kind of trying to work through the procedure that's in the charter. Well, actually, the charter doesn't give you a procedure; it gives you the expectation of what is required by process, meaning the appointment process. The council appoints, and a candidate only has to be 18 years of age, a registered voter, a resident of Dearborn Heights for 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And did I say qualified? Qualified candidate. And literally it just says qualified candidate. So I guess that leaves some room to interpret what that may mean.
Yeah, right. That's kind of loose.
And when you got 6 people, and by the way, they still don't have a 7th person because my seat has not been filled.
Oh, you're kidding. Wow.
It is deadlocked 3-3. This is why you don't want an even number of council members, by the way.
Yeah.
They've voted 9 times so far.
Oh my God.
And it's been deadlocked every time.
Wow.
And so that's a little bit of a challenge. And now we've got the mayor situation. So what the
you got to have a
council,
special election?
well, no, they don't do special elections because that can cost $50,000 to $60,000.
Yeah, right.
And plus, his term would have been up at the end of December anyway.
Oh,
so
okay.
it's going to go on ballot, right? It's automatically going on ballot. But it's interesting because this is going to be, if you remember the case with the 13th Congressional District in 2018, remember when Brenda Jones picked up that partial, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
That's going to happen in this election as well for the mayor's seat. Somebody's going to get that little bit, that 6 week what's left of the term.
Okay.
And then pick up the 4 year. So
sounds familiar, Mike.
Yeah. So we're,
It'd be nice if it was the same person.
Well, I want to tell you though, if I could share with you, the candidates were revealed. Tuesday night they had a special meeting, and they revealed who the candidates who applied, even though they had until yesterday 5 p.m. if anybody else wanted to apply. But we had a resident. His name is Tony Camilleri.
Okay.
We have the mayor's longtime assistant, deputy chief. No, she's not deputy. She's chief of staff. Miss Christina Laszlo is put her name in there. We have 2 council members. You have the council chair pro tem. She's mayor pro tem. Again, that's a temporary. That's what pro tem means.
Right.
Okay. She's pro tem, mayor pro tem. You have her, and you have the council. Her deputy or her pro tem is Bill Bazzi. And so you have 5 names that I'm aware of, unless somebody submitted yesterday. But you have 5. Oh, I forgot somebody, and this is who you wanted to hear. I'm so sorry. David Kniezek.
Really?
Did you know that? Yeah.
Oh, wow. I did not know
and
that.
I knew you'd like to hear that.
Oh, yeah.
And I missed my big dramatic build-up for you all because, but yeah, so David Kniezek put in his name as well.
Oh,
and
wow.
so Monday night, on Zoom. They're going to be doing interviews of
Okay,
all of
Monday.
the candidates. Yep.
Okay.
Screenings, vetting, council
Mhm.
members have a lot of researching they need to do to get to know these folks.
Oh, absolutely,
It's a big
absolutely.
decision.
Yeah,
This
Yeah.
decision can impact the city, for years. I mean, it can, it's so important.
right. Go
And
ahead,
then they'll
Mike.
vote
What were you going to say?
tonight.
I assume the two council people are on opposite cliques of this 3x3.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
they are. Yeah. And it's okay. I mean, everybody's, where they are and they're, that's
Sure.
what they're elected to do.
Well, they're all going to have an opportunity to, give it the best shot, right?
Yeah, but I mean, anybody's welcome to join that Zoom meeting on Monday for the
Okay.
interviews.
Will that
You can
be
go to
on
City, yeah,
Facebook or your website or where?
you go to City of Dearborn Heights website,
Okay.
and that is, I have to look at it. I should know this. www.ci.dearborn-heights.mi.us.
Okay.
And when you go to across the dashboard, it says government, which
Uh-huh.
is the second item.
Yeah.
And you go down, drop down to
Okay.
city council, and then you'll see all the information there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good to know. Okay. So
And it'll give you all the Zoom information. Like you can just, join us on Zoom.
right. You can use,
And
yeah.
the best part of this is study sessions. We changed the procedure many, many, many years ago. It's one thing that I wouldn't do as a council member was we allow the public to ask questions. They get 2 minutes.
Right.
I mean, they may not answer you, but you get to ask or make a comment.
Right.
And it's kind of nice for public civic engagement.
And at this time, you're holding your council meetings on Zoom too, correct? You said?
Yes. Yeah, we're
Right.
still doing
Yeah.
that on Zoom.
Yeah, we are too. Right.
Yeah.
So what else is new and exciting in Dearborn Heights? What are some of the things that your office can offer the residents?
Yeah, so our office, I mean, again, I came in, was sworn in November 18th.
Mhm.
And, a lot of stuff had to be done administrative wise, and there wasn't necessarily a playbook.
Right.
But the good news is I developed one. So,
Oh, okay.
we had to, when the mayor passed away, had to do a lot of that stuff all over again. And we were able to expedite it this time because, like the signature cards and things like that, we need to make sure vendors are getting paid, which became a priority for me as treasurer. Was I don't believe in holding up people's payroll or paychecks,
right.
or you know what I mean? I mean,
yeah.
the vendors have to get their money in time so they can pay their employees.
Sure.
So that's always been a priority since day one. And that was like, initiation by fire kind of thing.
Mhm.
And pushed really hard to, make sure we were getting that taken care of, because that would have taken us right into Thanksgiving weekend, by the way.
Oh, right.
So there was that. But I mean, I'm going through policies and procedures, trying to discover what we have, what we don't have. I'm, doing these investment policies, working on a resolution for council on that. I mean, it's the customer service element is what I really wanted to bring to this department,
Mhm.
because I think and we have great staff, by the way. I would be remiss to not tell you about the staff here.
That's
The
awesome.
staff here is phenomenal, and I'm telling you, this
That
would
means
not be
a lot.
possible.
Yeah, that really means a lot.
They are amazing.
That's awesome.
I try to tell them that every day, by the way.
Well,
Because
I've often said every time you've come on this show, you got to be the busiest woman in politics, because you have more stuff going on, and now you're taking up. You said some schooling you're doing, and
yes, I'm going through a certification program through the Michigan, the Municipal Treasurers Association. They have a state certification program. It's actually a 3-year program, because
Okay.
you don't go straight like every day to it. It's like a week here, a day here, a night here.
Mhm.
And I was showing you like today's stuff. I don't know, can everybody see this? This is today's stuff that
Yeah.
I learned.
Wow.
And I was
Holy cow.
I was joking about it. I said, this creates so many questions for me.
Oh my God.
And my to-do list just got longer. But I want to make sure we're, again, we're doing things by Michigan compiled law that's required of treasurers, which I'm fairly certain we're doing very well with that. But the treasurer, the most important thing your treasurer does for you, by the way, is, and this is by law, is to protect your public funds. So if you have a
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
That's your job, to safeguard your public funds. So everything we do is about internal controls and keeping things safe and
Mhm.
following the guidelines.
Right.
So again, that training program, I'm going to earn my certification, and that's a great thing because I mean I'm taking notes, I'm learning, and yeah, I'm making adjustments because I knew when I came in I had to look at the policies
Oh, yeah.
and procedures because that's the first thing you have to look at
A lot
and
to
see
learn.
where you are, right. I mean, it's been a long time, and there's things that are required by law that you have to do ever so often, and so we're getting there. I did want to add the second part of I talked about protecting your public funds, and that's going to be kind of like a theme for our office, but
Uh-huh.
it has a second part. The second part is meeting and exceeding your customer needs,
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
And let's talk about customer needs.
Yeah.
When we were one of the first treasurer's office to actually open back up.
Oh.
Taxes went out December 1st.
Uh-huh.
These are winter taxes, right?
Right.
Mhm.
And I'm telling you, this. We got people that want to come pay their taxes in person, right?
Yeah.
And we have to do it in a safe way to keep everyone safe. We have to be responsible with public health and safety.
Mm-hmm.
So with that being said, we opened up, but I'm going to tell you what happened, if I may.
Okay.
I
Sure.
had a call. Literally, I was on the job like maybe 3 days.
Yeah.
and I don't even know this person. And she was an older woman, and she let me have it. I mean, she did. She
Uh-oh.
laid me out.
Yeah.
Laid me out right on the phone. And I believe in customer service, and I'm listening to her and I'm validating. She's right. I mean, we needed to do better on how to handle this, right? Because the customer needs weren't being met, and it's nobody's fault, by the way. It's a pandemic going on.
Exactly.
So I went home. Anybody who probably knows me knows what happened, and I lost sleep. I couldn't sleep all night. I mean,
I bet.
I kept thinking, what do we do? How do we do this?
Yep.
And it came to me because I believe when you can't sleep is when all the good answers come, by the way.
Right.
all the solutions come when you can't sleep. But I came in, I had my staff, I said, okay, let's talk about this. This is what I'm thinking. What do you think? Because I need buy-in from my staff, by the way. They're
Mhm.
part of this, okay? They really are. Because I got to keep them safe too, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's my responsibility.
Absolutely.
And we ended up opening back up. And that would have been the second week in December.
Mm-hmm.
And we had all the protocols, like the no more than 5 in the building at a time, the X's, the screenings, the temperature checks,
Mask
you
up.
know, all of this stuff that we did and followed protocol according to CDC guidelines. And you know what? We made it work, and it did.
Cool.
And we not just winter taxes, but we ended up being able to process water bills as well, which made people really happy, by the way.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
So
And
you
then now the pet licensing, because it's time for by the way, if you're in Dearborn Heights, renew your pet licenses
Oh,
before the end of February.
there you go.
And but you got to call the city clerk to make an arrangement with that. But we are taking your money because that's what the treasurer's office does.
Yeah.
So we did that, and it was really great. But the other thing I did, and this is what I've learned through some of my trainings, is that and I did a little bit of studying on all the other payment options that
Mhm.
you should really want to have available anyway. I
Mhm.
mean, yes, during a pandemic, but I mean, you can really increase the efficiency of your office. Like you can pay your water bill online, you can do it phone in, you can do pay bill at your banking at financial institution. We have a deal with Dearborn Federal. You can go in person and pay bills there.
Wow.
If you want to pay cash and we're not open. I mean, all these things needed to be make sure people know about, right?
You got to get it
And
out.
so, yep. And so that was one thing that we started here was a big push on getting information out. Like you may have seen, there's been a couple articles in the newspapers, and I've done live streams on social media,
We don't have
and all of this stuff. Yeah. So that was really important because, by the way, I'm excited. I don't know if I should be excited about this, but we are actually ahead of where as far as intake of taxes and and winter taxes, we're actually ahead of where we were last year.
Oh, really? Wow, that's good.
And I thank our residents, by the way, because I know it hasn't been an easy journey.
No.
And I thank you for your patience. And I really appreciate that our residents and our staff stepping up to the plate.
Mhm.
We've had a little bit of a snafu with the United States Postal Service, like everyone else.
Oh, yeah.
If Garden City, you might ask Matt how that's going.
Yeah.
Because they are running really, really behind, as we all know.
Mhm.
And we have, residents started calling and we weren't getting their tax payments. And we tracked out what the problem was.
Oh, did you?
And we're addressing it. So we've been working with the postmaster in Dearborn Heights as well as Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib to try to get a resolution. But we're going to honor, if you postmarked your taxes before February 15th, we will honor that and not charge late fees.
Yeah, that's good. It's no fault of their own, really. Yeah, that's
Yeah. No, it isn't. No. And I've talked with Wayne County Treasurer Eric Sabri, and they're on page 2. So that was really important because when you pay your taxes, we ship everything to Wayne County by March 1st. Like you can't pay your taxes locally after March 1st.
So how are your foreclosures looking in Dearborn Heights?
What's that?
How are the foreclosures looking in Dearborn Heights?
We're doing okay, but Wayne County has a really good program for foreclosure prevention.
Uh-huh.
But also Dearborn Heights has a program. We took the CARES money and through Community Economic Development Department, I have that information. I even pulled that out for you guys today.
That helps them with payments?
The homeless prevention program. I don't know if you can see that. See?
Yeah.
So we're helping people stay in their homes with that federal funding dollars.
Yeah,
because of COVID. If you can't, like if you're 3 months behind on your rent or your mortgage payment, they'll pay it.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and they'll work with your landlord or your mortgage company. They do the same thing for utility bills through this program.
Good information.
Like DTE and whoever else.
So that's for any Wayne County resident, right?
What's that?
Is that for any Wayne County resident?
No, this is for Dearborn Heights residents, but through Wayne County, if you go to Wayne County Treasurer page, they have programs. They have a pay as you stay program.
Okay.
They can set up payment plans and they can help you prevent losing your home to foreclosure. Because Eric Sabri did and I can remember hearing him testify on this bill. It was Senate Bill 1234. The number was really easy to remember. It became passed into law. It was meant to keep people in their homes. And this was pre-COVID. Yeah, it was pre-COVID when that happened.
Wow.
So, yeah. And I don't think anybody wants you to lose your home.
No.
It actually costs you more money. Did you know it costs taxpayers more money to have somebody in a shelter?
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, that makes sense.
So we want to keep you in your home. And I will tell you, any resident that comes and when they come to our window, I tell my staff, I say, you are really important because you are the face of the city. I mean, the other departments are open, but only by appointment. They're seeing you. Like you are that face right now. I said, no, we want to be friendly and helpful, but you have to be knowledgeable.
Yeah.
And we provide resource information. Like if somebody needs help with food or rent or mortgage payments, we actually have handouts of sheets that have the names of organizations and phone numbers.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And that way you come to our window. Now you may not even ask us for it, but it's posted for you.
Yeah, Mrs. Cat says, oh boy, I better mail out our cabin taxes tomorrow. She didn't think about snail mail, U.S. snail mail.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm so apprehensive about the mail. I mean, and I know it's not really their fault. I mean, they're limited on resources and manpower. You've got COVID going on. You have the what do you call that? Holiday mail. But if you think about it,
holidays really behind.
Yeah. And your mail service, like delivery, I know there's UPS and others, but online shopping has increased over 60% from last year.
Yeah.
So if you think about that, that also is influx into the U.S. Postal Service.
Right.
And so that flows. I mean, in fact, when I came here tonight, I went and picked up dinner from my girls and came back to work. My postal guy, he was out delivering mail. In the dark.
Wow.
With his little headlight up here. Yeah.
Wow.
So
After dark
I said, you're out late again. Yeah. So I mean, I know they're trying. I really do, and and their processing centers get over capacity,
It's a
and then
tough
they.
job. It's a tough job.
It really is. And so, if you see your postal worker, I mean, I'm not going to tell you what to do, but might consider thanking them.
Yeah, and try and show a little patience for sure. Now, Lisa,
Yeah.
you're also the Deputy Chief of Staff for State Senator Betty Jean Alexander.
Yes, I am.
Now, she represents the 5th District, right?
She has a 5th Senate district, and that is made up of Inkster, Garden City, Dearborn Heights, Redford, and a part of Detroit.
Okay.
So, but as you know, with the census, they're redistricting, and we're gonna see what happens.
Yeah, that's going to be scary.
2022 could
Yeah.
be a whole new ball game.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna lose a congressional district.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just might. That's what it's looking like.
So that will be interesting. So I think it's going to impact your Senate districts as well. That's what we're anticipating. But for now, that is who we are, the 5th Senate district. We have over 260,000 constituents, and I will tell you, even through COVID and being remote, I remember when we went remote in March.
Mhm.
And I mean, like, we were working 7 days a week, 12, 13, 14-hour days remotely. I'd sit in my chair at home and not even get up except for maybe to grab something to eat, to bring it
Yeah,
back.
it's tough.
Or, go through the thing you have to do sometimes.
And it's
But,
it's hard
it
on
was
these
like that.
kids. It's hard on the kids too.
Yeah. The biggest thing is unemployment, and we really prioritize our constituent services in the senator's office. And, we like to respond to people as quickly as possible. The unemployment, we create records and track them. We know that we can't control unemployment insurance agency, but we do submit inquiries and we track them and follow up. And when you contact us, remember that resource list I mentioned? We send you that.
Oh, okay.
We want to make sure people have that information as well, because the last thing we want is for people to be scared and not know where they're going to get food.
So we got a question for you. Any news from the senator? I know with COVID, they're probably not.
Well, we haven't been. So the senator, this whole Senate and the House, both chambers were they were all canceled last week.
Okay.
So, and the week before that, on Wednesday, they had session, but it was a ceremonial to welcome the new 101st legislative year, right? Count
I think you said next week they'll be in session, is it?
They do start next week, and so far I've seen notice for one of the senators' committees, which is local government. I love that she's on local government, by the way, because she's got local government people that work for her, because we can give the feedback, right? I mean, we can tell, and this is really important, and our local leaders of the 5th Senate District, they get emails from me often, or from the senator with updates, because it's really important. We respect our local leaders, we support them, and we always favor local government. We try to always be in favor of what's best for them.
Right.
We believe in local control. So that's a great committee for her. So they are scheduled for next Thursday. And there's only 2 bills on for discussion. Senate Bill 16, which has to do with housing inspection and change of ownerships. And then Senate Bill 17 is related to public employees and contracts of public servants. So that may be something for our municipal leaders to take a look at. I looked at both, by the way, and the fiscal analysis are not up yet. They haven't posted them, so I really couldn't give you any more information. The bills are there. If you want to go look at the bills, you can go to the legislature Michigan page. They have a home page, and you can plug in those numbers. Again, Senate Bill 16, Senate Bill 17. You can look at the bills. I like to look at the fiscal analysis because it gives you the meat and potatoes of what's going on with that bill.
Right.
So that's really a good marker for people if they're interested. But again, it's early in the new year for the senator and others, because they haven't had a session yet, because like I said, they had one, but that was ceremonial.
Okay.
So that's when they serve and, and sign the paperwork. And, you know how that is when you,
Right.
you get elected, you get sworn in.
Yep.
It was that again.
Oh, okay.
But I know Senator Alexander is very honored to serve the 5th Senate District. And she, is very eager to be engaged. It's a really difficult time for everybody because we're doing things remotely by Zoom.
Yeah.
But, I handle the scheduling and the calendar. And I'm going to tell you, we're trying to always get to things in person, but sometimes the schedule doesn't work that way. And right now it's just really, it's tough. And,
Mhm.
it really is. But I just want people to know that our office is really always available to you. I know you're going to share that number, the 517-373-0994.
Yep.
Or if you go online, I just Google her name, Michigan State Senator Betty Jean Alexander. There
Right.
is a contact button on our website, and you can use the contact button. So, and then, tell us if you need something or if you want the senator to appear at something. We heavily rely, by the way, on our community members to let us know if there's like a 100th birthday, because we do tributes,
Mhm. Mhm.
as you know, and
Yep.
that's part of our constituent services. And so Senator Alexander wants to continue to provide that support.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and you know what else? I sent an email to your council, by the way. I have to work on their emails. I think they changed their emails probably based on this notice from Homeland Security, but
Oh,
there's something to do with they want you to use the .gov domain.
okay.
So
Yeah.
but I try to let them know about the grant with the CARES money on
Oh,
the hazard pay.
yes.
That from Michigan Department of Treasury, we've been pursuing that. And I did send an email with the amounts for all the communities so everybody knows how much money they're getting. And some of that they've already received.
Oh, wow.
But the rest of the balance should be wired middle of February, which is good news. So we pursued that to make sure, you're getting your money, okay?
Yeah, and I know President Biden's new package is including quite a bit more money. So hopefully something
Yes.
happened with that.
Well, that stimulus package will be very helpful
Yes.
for people
A
and
lot
your
of
local
residents.
economy. I mean, the economy is done fairly well with, a little bit, but, we need the stimulus packages, definitely.
Yeah, but boy, I'll tell you, they're holding off the bill collectors. It's tough right now for a lot of them. Really.
That is really tough.
Yeah.
And hopefully with the vaccine, we get more and more people vaccinated. We can start opening things back up.
Oh, let's
And
hope. Let's hope for better times, right?
yeah,
I heard
absolutely.
Dr. Fauci today said that if they can get 70% of the population vaccinated, maybe by autumn, by fall or September,
That'd be
it's
great.
looking more normal. So let's hope.
Yeah,
You'll have
the
to do
biggest
more than a million
challenge,
a day.
Yeah.
A
the
million a
biggest
day
challenge.
won't do it.
What's that,
Yeah.
Mike?
A million a day won't do it. It'll take you all year to do that.
Yeah. Oh,
If
exactly.
they don't increase the rate they've got going now, it'll take them until February
Yeah.
next year.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. And the biggest challenge that we're finding, in particular with communities of color, is that people don't want to get the vaccination.
No,
Yeah. And I don't,
And
they
it may
don't.
not just
They
be
don't trust
people of
it.
color. I mean, it could be anybody, with the, hey, I'm not doing that, but we really need to do like a educational outreach campaign that's really important.
yeah, I don't know what more we can do. I mean,
Well, yeah, you have to get people that they do have faith in.
it's hitting
The
certain.
local preachers and stuff like that to come out
Yeah,
and
exactly.
recommend it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great. The faith leaders, absolutely. It
Right.
has to be people that members of our community trust. And unfortunately, with government, we really need to work on restoring and building trust. And part of that is going to be
think?
honest, open communication
Yep.
and being transparent. But transparency is not a buzzword; it's actually a verb.
Well, let's
So-
hope with this new administration it's going to happen. Hey,
Yeah.
West End Mayor William Wild's in there. How you doing,
Yep.
Mayor?
I see him. Hi, Mayor.
He just
Mayor
filed
Wild
his
just
paper.
announced he's running for re-election. I saw.
Yeah, he just,
Congratulations.
yep, he just filed. So congrats. We'll get you on the show there, Mayor.
Welcome to the campaign trail. COVID.
Pastor Jonathan Combs says he would be willing to take the vaccine in public. So there you go, right there.
Yeah, that's an idea
leader.
too. I mean, you
Great
could do a grassroots campaign in your community, you
Yeah.
know, and people that, because in your community, you know each other. There are
Right.
people that people look up to and respect, and they could do it, you know, and they could see that, and it could be very influential in a good way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, look, Lisa, it's been great talking with you. Great information as always. Anything else you want to say?
No, I appreciate the opportunity to be on your show. I love seeing everybody, and thank you, by the way.
Absolutely. You guys, you take care, and we appreciate you, and you're welcome back anytime.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Check back in a couple months and see how it's going.
Absolutely. Good luck with the election. Okay.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. We will be in touch. Take care.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Thanks. Bye.
All right. Lisa Hicks Clayton.
Never a dull moment with her.
No, she's always got a lot of good information. She's a hard worker, boy. I'll tell you, that woman is busy all the time.
She must have a hell of a hat collection.
What's that?
She must have a hell of a hat collection.
I know.
She wears so many hats.
Exactly. All right. Let's see. COVID numbers, Mike. You want to do the state, and then I'll do the county?
Sure.
Go
I
ahead.
can do that. The daily COVID numbers were 2165 confirmed cases and 148 deaths. That 148, however, included 128, which were a review of vital records.
Right.
I interpret that to mean that there are only really 20 new ones. The 128 were from older situations.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
That put us, unfortunately, over 14,000 COVID deaths so far, total.
Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
But it does look like the numbers have been coming down a little bit the last few days for the state.
Yeah, and the numbers for the county is coming down too.
So hopefully, if we can crank up this darn vaccination program, that we can start putting a dent in this.
Right. All right, let me give you, Mike, can you turn your volume down just a little bit? I'm getting a feedback. I don't know.
I can try.
A little bit. Maybe that's better. There you go. That should do it. All right, we can do the county numbers. They're coming down too. It's good to see Garden City's really been doing well. Today they only had 3 cases. They have still a total of 1,130. No deaths today, and our death total stands at 28. Dearborn Heights actually came down 7 total cases. And Dearborn, who's always been very high, they came down. They're only 14 cases today, so that's really good. Inkster 6 cases, and Westland, our neighbors in Westland, 8 today, 3,897 total. Unfortunately, they had 1 death today, and their death total stands at 168. But all in all, the numbers are pretty good in the county, you know. What do you think, Mike?
Yeah, I think the trend is good, but we've got a long ways to go.
Like you said, we got to get those vaccines out there, right?
Yeah, the president's goal was $1 million a day for 100 days.
Yeah.
And
boy.
And as I said, at that rate, it would take till the end of the year before we'd reach probably herd immunity.
Right.
We really need to do better than that.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And right now we're not doing that much.
Nope. All right. Well, look, have you considered coming on the show as a guest?
No.
If so,
you were talking to me.
maybe you know someone who might be interested. If so, it's very easy. Just contact us through our website at gccommunitychat.com. Send us your name, email address, and a brief message, and we'll get back to you within 24 hours. Or you can message us on Facebook. During this time, you can do the show remotely and safely from the comfort of your home or office, just like we did tonight. Maybe you own a business or belong to an organization. You'd like to share your information with us and the surrounding communities. If so, contact us today, and we look forward to hearing from you. All right, Mike, you ready to sing your tune and do some announcements?
Sure.
All right, here we go.
Well, and when you say goodbye,
Okay, time for some community
cry,
announcements. So let's get moving here. Mike?
know it's a lie, 'cause there'll be when I die.
All right, sounds good. You've been practicing in the shower, I can tell.
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
I got a few things. Garden City Parks and Recreation said you can sign up for Spring Softball League today. Just call 734-793-1882.
I like the sound of that. Spring already.
Yeah. And some others here. The Garden City Home Pantry can use help. Prepackaged emergency food bags are available to anyone in need of at the Maplewood Community Center, Balmoral Side parking lot, Mondays through Fridays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pull into the lot and call 734-793-1850. You are standing. I don't know. You are here for emergency food.
Oh yeah, they're giving away the food for emergency. People that need it and they're in need.
Emergency food bags are available.
Yep.
There's a free mass distribution. Fine print on these is a little hard to read. Drop-in pickleball.
Yeah, over 50, I think, 50 and over.
I think so. Anyway, it's Maplewood Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
Garden City Public Library says they got computers available, but I don't think you can go inside the library right now. You can return books to the
I think
lobby.
maybe they're saying you can check them out possibly.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Something about Nerf Wars.
Oh, must be Nerf ball or something.
Yeah, $15. Fine print on some of these ones on a single page are hard to read, Kerry.
Oh, okay.
The blow-ups for that are one page alone are pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I sent you was the flyer, I thought.
Yeah, but some of the individual ones were blown up to be a full page, and that I could read better.
Oh.
Oh, don't face the VA alone. Every Wednesday from 8 to 3 at the Maplewood Community Center.
Mm-hmm.
Have a service officer to tell you about your veteran benefits.
There you go.
Call 313, I think that's 984-8840. And I have one announcement that I picked up off the computer from my email. It said that Biden has appointed a public health science person.
Really?
Yeah. For 4 years. Yeah, science was that class that our former president never took.
Exactly.
Anyway, the Senate is confirming Dr. Rachel Levine is Biden's assistant health secretary.
Wow.
She's previously served as the physician general of the state of Pennsylvania and currently serves as the state secretary of health. Her tireless dedication to improve public health has drawn bipartisan praise and support, including by the state's GOP-controlled legislature. Despite being a health official, of the Democratic governor.
Hmm.
He spearheaded one of the country's largest states through the opioid crisis and now the coronavirus.
Wow.
Now,
Now, do you-
Biden has nominated her to help oversee his efforts to administer 100 million COVID-19 vaccine doses in 100 days. If confirmed, Dr. Levine would be the first transgender federal official ever
Wow.
confirmed by the Senate in our nation's history.
Huh. Now, do you know if Pete Buttigieg was confirmed today?
I don't know if he was confirmed. He was interviewed.
Right. I heard he did a real good job. So he's up for Secretary of Transportation. He'll be good at that.
That's a big job that needs
Infrastructure for sure.
Infrastructure needs a hell of a lot of work.
A lot of work.
Not just in Michigan. I heard the governor called him to talk about what he might be able to do to help her fix the damn roads.
Yeah, right. She needs that help. That's for sure.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's tough times right now though with COVID, and she's doing a pretty damn good job so far, I think, with what she's had.
Well, yeah, we think so, but that's a mixed opinion, obviously.
Oh, it is obviously, yeah. I mean, if you go on Facebook, yeah, it's mixed for sure. But hey, everybody's pointing the finger. The feds point the finger at the states point to the feds. It's it's a real cluster. So hopefully, Biden's going to get that straightened out. We'll see.
You're going to have some people that take responsibility.
Right. All right. That's all you got then, sir?
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Thank you. And with that said, I think we're ready to call this a podcast.
Yes, podcast.
Hey, special thanks to Lisa Hicks Clayton, Dearborn Heights City Treasurer, and she's also the Deputy Chief of Staff for Senator Alexander. In Dearborn Heights, you can call her at 313-791-3410, and you can contact Senator Alexander's office by calling 517-373-0994. And according to Lisa, they're going to be back in session next week, so we'll see what happens there.
Is that interesting about the mayor's situation, and that our old pal David Knisik is one of the potential candidates there?
Yeah, isn't that something? Yeah.
Yeah.
There's 5 of them running, so that's going to be an interesting race. I'd like to
two of
maybe
them are already on the council.
I'd like to maybe tune into that Zoom meeting and just
On Monday night.
say, yeah, Monday.
Yeah.
Of course, we got a council meeting too Monday, don't we? The 25th. Yeah, 25th we got a meeting. That's going to be on Zoom as well.
Yeah.
So, all right. Also, thanks to my co-host, Opera Tom Iwinski. Great job as always. And to Mike Jones. You do a great job. Also, thanks to all of you for your support and tuning in every week. It's very much appreciated. Remember, this show will be available right after we sign off tonight on Facebook.com/GC Chat. And then a little later on, our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Community Chat Show. Be sure to click on the red subscribe button on our channel, and we would really appreciate it. Check them out, especially if you tuned in late tonight. There was some good information put out there. And as we always do at the end of each show, we want to thank all our healthcare workers, first responders,
Absolutely.
police and fire, everyone on the front lines who serve and protect us every day. We can't thank you guys enough. Be safe, and we want you to know that you and your families are in our thoughts and prayers every day. And when you see any of these heroes, please let them know how much you appreciate them. And all the essential workers too, the people that are, at grocery stores and all that. Boy, you just can't thank them enough. It's a tough job. All right. Remember, the success of a community depends on the community. So please support your local businesses. And if you see something,
Say something.
exactly. When you support these businesses, make sure that you do it safely. That means maintaining your distance and masking up. If they require that you have a mask, please put it on. Don't give them a hard time about it. It's a very simple thing, and it's very respectful to put it on.
Patriotic.
Support them whenever you can. What's that, Mike?
Patriotic.
Exactly.
To wear a mask.
It's just, to me, it's just so disrespectful if you don't, So. If you don't like it, too bad. It's my show. And if you see something, like I said, say something, or Mike said. For all your weather information, be sure to head on over to doppertomsweather.com. He's got a great user-friendly website over there for you, so you'll be up to date with that. We will see you right back here next Thursday, January 28th, when our guest will be Mayor Randy Walker from Garden City. That should be good. We'll see how he's doing after his knee surgery and what's new in the city and what's coming up. So until then, thank you all for listening. Stay safe, mask up, and good night.